it's Michelle, and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. We have a lot of juicy royal tea to get through today, so sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So Harry and Meghan are definitely facing a major PR backlash, and their popularity in the United States is definitely plummeting ever since they released their Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, and right after Prince Harry's memoir Spare has been published. Now, according to Newsweek magazine, they recently conducted a poll where they surveyed over 2,000 people, and Queen Consort Camilla is more popular than Meghan Markle. Now, according to the magazine, the Duchess of Sussex has a net approval rating of -13 compared to Camilla, who is set at a -8. Now, of course, Prince Harry also saw his popularity take a nosedive. He is currently sitting at -7. Now, we know that Spare has become one of the fastest selling nonfiction books of all time on the day of its official release earlier this month, topping sales charts throughout the world, including the United States, according to the publisher Penguin Random House. So according to Lady Colin Campbell, this number is actually not true, as they are including pre-book sales that have happened over the last couple of months. Not to mention, the publisher has a way of purchasing books and handing them out for publicity, and that the book was not selling at the full retail price of $28, but in fact was selling for half price. So whatever you believe, it was a popular book, it did sell. But in my opinion, it didn't do Harry and Meghan any real favors, as they are now a laughingstock in the media, especially for late night television with Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. They were recently snubbed at the BAFTA Awards and not invited to attend any parties. Not to mention, they have now outed themselves once again as liars. You know, on his recent interview with Tom Bradby, Prince Harry started backpedaling on his claims that the royal family were, quote, racist. He now said he didn't say it. It was the press, you know, his arch nemesis, the horrible British media. They're to blame. It's not him. It's not Meghan, because they technically didn't say it. They kind of had you read between the lines and make an assumption. Well, of course, if you assume, what do they say about assuming? It makes an ass out of you and me. Get it? Assuming. So Harry and Meghan were very comfortable letting people assume that Harry and Meghan think that a member of the royal family was, quote, a royal racist. Now, this has gone on for, what, 22 months, and they've never clarified that statement. Now they're walking it back, saying it's not the royal family that is racist, but the institution is racist. Well, that's not what you said on the Oprah Winfrey Show. I mean, it is so bad that even one of the founders of Black Lives Matter has now admitted, yeah, you lied. They're admitted liars. They are proven liars. So even people who are in the corner of Harry and Meghan acknowledge the fact they don't tell the truth. What does that say about you? It's like Harry has turned into the little boy who cries wolf, that you lie so much that even when you're telling the truth, people don't believe you anymore. I believe they have so many holes in their stories. It's like Swiss cheese, and you've done nothing but proven yourself to be liars. Even people who were technically in your corner are acknowledging you're a liar. Now, her name is Mrs. Anton. She is one of the key organizers for a huge demonstration for BLM in London in 2020. And she said to Piers Morgan, quote, I will happily and humbly accept the defeat when it comes to them being called liars. They have proven themselves to be liars. She then added, it does not negate the fact that Harry was bullied and harassed by the media. Yeah, I don't think so, ma'am. Show me your proof. Then she says it does not negate the fact that he has a right to defend himself when he feels aggravated. Again, show me the proof. Now, on the topic of evidence, she said, quote, we already know they have backpedaled and not disclosed certain bits of information pertaining to the racism claims, meaning they have provided zero evidence and they have backtracked on the claims that they made because they're not true. She then said the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. So maybe it's hidden in those 400 pages that's going to be in the second part of Harry's little bookie book. But let's be real here. If they had real evidence, would they not have showed it by now? Because the way he can't keep his left from his right and his right from his left, and everything they say is a contradiction, and now with him backpedaling, literally acting like we are all morons and that we all assumed incorrectly, when Oprah Winfrey herself sat there and asked Meghan, what? What? So are you saying someone in the royal family was concerned about how dark Archie's skin color would be? And Meghan's like, well, if that's what you're assuming, then I would say you're correct. Then what the hell did that mean exactly? It meant somebody was being supposedly having racist comments toward your unborn child, according to Harry and Meghan. And that there were several conversations and concerns about how dark their child would be. So please tell me where in that assumption and accusation the British press came into play in saying those racist comments. Because it literally came out of your mouth, Meghan, and you, Harry, sat there in agreement, and you said, that is a conversation I will never share. Well, apparently it was a family member, not the press, but now you're saying it was the British tabloids, the British press, who made those comments, and that you and Meghan never said the royal family was racist, but you implied it. And for 22 months, you stayed silent. And as you say, Harry, silence is betrayal. So I believe this is why that Oprah Winfrey interview has gone and never to be seen or heard from again, because Oprah Winfrey and CBS know if you can't prove it, you better take this crap off the air, because that is some mighty, dangerous allegations. There is now but a new article that has come out and said that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have done more damage to the monarchy than even Prince Andrew. And I fully believe that. Because again, even the lady from BLM who is admitted they're liars, they're inconsistent, they're whiners, they have no proof, they changed their story, but we're still going to believe them because they cried racism, and we think there might be a tiny bit of proof somewhere, and somebody was really mean to Meghan in the press or wrote a really bad story, so we got to stand by our girl because she's 43% Nigerian. They will stand with you with a crumb of fact, a crumb of truth. They literally chase after them for crumbs. Okay, I got a crumb. We can support them, y'all. We can support them. It's so sad how these people will cling to anyone and anything while admitting they're liars. I don't get it. I really don't, because they have shown their true colors. So why people support them for a little grain or crumb of truth, and she's 43%, we got to hang on to her. This woman, yes, there was some bad things written about her in the press, but again, everyone has received bad things. And 90% of the stuff that was written, probably 98% of the stuff that was written about Meghan had nothing to do with racism. Absolutely nothing. Again, but they're clinging to the racism claim. They're clinging that the media did it. We didn't do it. You know, Harry's get out of jail card. It wasn't me. It was the press, his arch nemesis. It was his daddy. It was the royal family. It's not me. Again, he's the little boy who cried wolf, and now people are looking at them like, okay, your inconsistencies are showing. You don't make any sense. Now the U.S. is over it. And let me tell you something about Americans that I've said before. American people love the underdog. We like the little guy. We like to root for the little guy making good because that's the American freaking dream. Okay? You ever see the movie Rudy? Where the little guy tries to make the football team to play for Notre Dame and everyone is against him. They make fun of him. The guy tries really hard and he finally gets to the field and they're like, Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. And his dad is in the stands and he's bawling and you're watching the program and you're bawling and you're Rudy, Rudy. Because that is freaking the American dream. The little guy making it big on his own. But whiners and complainers and liars, it's like, whoa, sis. You've hoodwinked Americans. You've taken the goodwill of the American people who were like, we got to help little Meghan. She's being beaten up by the mean, evil royal family institution. We got to take them in, y'all. We got to save Harry and Meghan. We got to help them fight the good fight in America. Because that's what we do. We're Americans. Again, all of those Americans who took Harry and Meghan in, not knowing the full story, not knowing a lot about the royal family, they just see Goliath fighting against these two little people, trying for freedom and for love. Well, we got to help them over here in America because anything we're about is about freedom and the little guy. But now we're realizing that the two people who came over here aren't telling the truth. They're hoodwinking Americans and their goodwill. And now we realize they're actually rich 1%ers who cry and whine and complain and they don't tell the truth. And now people are turning on y'all because we don't like that shit. Sorry. We don't like it. So now people are making fun of them so much so there's a company called Wayback Burger. They have a brand new hamburger called the Royal Silencer Hamburger. That's right, the Royal Silencer Hamburger. Now, the owner of the company says the Royal Silencer sandwich, the one-of-a-kind burger, was designed to silence the urge to spill family gossip to media outlets, book publishers, and documentaries. The fast food chain said in a statement that the Wayback Burger is made up of 3 patties, including a spare patty for the world's most notable spare. Now, the president, Patrick Cohen, reinforced his company's stunt by inviting the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to try one of his burgers. He said, quote, "Remember, no matter the family situation, there isn't a problem in the world that cannot be resolved over a good burger. If you are legitimately royal living in the United States, we hope you'll come by and have one on us." Again, people are starting to make fun of Harry and Meghan. There was another one I just saw about the royal gag, about how to gag a spare, how to silence a spare. I mean, it's getting to the point where they're making fun of his todger. Again, once the American people lose faith in you, it's over. And right now they are plummeting in popularity. Now, there are the people who are still holding on to the little crumbs of Harry and Meghan, but it's crumbling big time. And if he publishes another book with those 400 missing pages, I don't know. I just don't think people can stomach them anymore because people cannot stand ungrateful, ungracious whiners and liars. I mean, we are all having a very hard time here financially in America, and these little 1%ers crying in their golden teacups that his daddy cut him off while he gave him a $5 million check. Yeah, not going to have a lot of sympathy over here. And I don't think it's going to get any better. It seems like Hollywood elite has been very silent and very quiet. And Meghan herself, y'all, has pulled a Houdini and she's gone. Where is she? It's very interesting how his little Megsy has found herself scarce. Yep, she's very, very quiet. So it's going to be interesting to see when she reappears. She's doing her best Greta Garbo, leaving Harry out to dry once again. Very interesting how she never seems to publicly stand by him. Where'd she go? She's gone. I don't know, guys. It's very interesting. We'll see what happens with them next. Leave me your comments, guys, down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think Harry and Meghan are heading toward a major PR disaster? And do you think their popularity is going to continue to tank? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Be sure to check out my other YouTube channel, Royal Daily Tea History and Fashion. I will have a new video on Friday on that channel. Thank you, guys, and have an awesome and amazing day. Bye, guys.